Okay, everybody, welcome. This is your host, Tenacious Earl, with Game 21 of the Tenacious Diamond King project. This is an ongoing project where we're running through the teams in a random order. It's a King of the Hill project where the team that can uh, if they can reach the goal of number of defenses that for each time through. So the first time through, if they can defend a King of the Hill 5 times, they become the king, the Diamond King, and then that will be the end of the project. So that's kind of the way that things are working now. And also, if I could have someone let me know that you can hear what I'm saying, trying using a little different, and I forgot to change this graphic down here in the bottom left. Hopefully when I do this it will update and it will be a lot different. There we go. So, and if we get through one time through and nobody has reached that particular um, milestone or achievement, then we will bring it down by one. Um, and I'll have to figure out that a little bit later. I'm hoping the sound works for this. If not, then uh, that's fine too. Although maybe if I give me a second here, I want to try something. Can I hear myself now? Check, check, check. I don't know. I don't hear it, but then again, I don't want to mess with anything. If my voice is coming through, that's great. So we've gotten to the point now where this is the 21st game. We had the Indians at one point. They looked like they were on their way, maybe, to achieving this, and then they lost. Then we had the Mets. I think they had defended 3 times, and on the fourth one they lost. So we haven't gotten a team that has reached their to the point where they get back to the number one starter. So we've got the White Sox right here, who are they've defended once, as you can see down in the bottom left corner. They're going to be facing the Los Angeles Angels here, Mike Trout and the Angels, and it'll be Jeff Samardzija going for the White Sox, their third starter. And then it'll be the Angels with Hector Santiago. So we've seen some of these guys in this 2.0 Tenacious League. So with the Angels. So maybe that'll be something. And you would have seen the White Sox if you followed my previous Tenacious League over on the Tenacious Strat channel, and some of those videos are still there if you're interested. So, but let's get going with this. This is basic Stratomatic, and let's go with this. So the lineup for the Angels here, game 21. It'll be Eric Ibar, shortstop, leading off, and then Cole Calhoun in right, Mike Trout in center, Albert Pujols DH, C.J. Cron, first base, Crone, it's probably Crone, Freese third base, Victorino in left, Chris Iannetta, catcher, and Johnny Giavotella, second base. This is an AL park, so we'll be using the DH. And as I said, Santiago will be pitching for the Angels. For the Sox, White Sox that is, it'll be Eaton in center, Abreu first, Melky will move back out to left, then Avi Garcia in right, Adam LaRoche will be the DH in this one. So Trace Thompson's rest role came up. So that's why he is not starting this one. Then it'll be Alexei Ramirez at short, Yolmer Sanchez at second base, Tyler Flowers catching, and Gordon Beckham, the third baseman, will be rounding out the lineup, and Samardzija will be on the mound here to start facing the Angels and facing Eric Ibar. And so he hits a tall pop-up and glancing around looking for it and locating it will be Sanchez, and he is able to put away the first out. Now Cole Calhoun. 3-5, and he's going to whiff on that one. And now the venerable Mike Trout. 6-5, and he strikes out, and that retires the side. So before I go too much farther, I just want to say, hi, Al, do you hear me? Hopefully you do. If you can see the edge of this guy, see that there's a little bit of tape there. This is my first Strat set, and I ripped the Mike Trout card. It's a travesty. I should get castigated and excommunicated for that. Okay, so through a half inning, and it will be Adam Eaton. So the White Sox trying to defend again. 6-5. Adam Eaton with a long bomb off Santiago's card, a leadoff home run for Adam Eaton, the now Washington National. And that is 1-0 White Sox. So Jose Abreu, that's a 6-8, which is a strikeout. Now Melky Cabrera. 5-9, another strikeout. So Santiago grooves one on the first pitch, and then has kind of settled down here. Now Avi Garcia with 2 outs. 3-5, and he's going to pop a single through the hole. They won't hold him, and he's going to try and get a jump here. So it's Ionetta, who's a 3-arm, so that means you subtract 2 from the non-held C. So, or wait, no, you don't subtract for the catcher because he's not being held. So it's a 1-11 chance for Garcia, and he does slide in there safely. And so it'll be LaRoche with 2 outs, runner at second. 2-8. Well, he's going to walk. So the White Sox in business here. First and second with 2 outs. It'll be Ramirez. 5-7 strikes him out, and that will retire the side. But the leadoff bomb is what we got here so far, 1-0. Yeah, that's right, Al. It's they can only do so much with the perforation. You don't want them separating in the package and potentially damaging anything. So, but I kind of learned the hard way with that one to be a little bit more careful with bending the perforations. And if you bend them enough, then they kind of separate themselves. But you also want to make sure you bend them on the perforations and not miss it, because that can be a problem too. So Al Pujols now, top of the second, 1-0. White Sox ahead. That's a 3-11, and he's going to lead off with a single. The legendary Cardinal. I think legendary probably fits for him. Pujols, what was he? Was he D? Yeah, I forgot to write that down. I also forgot to write it down for LaRoche. We'll get it next time around. If he makes it on base in a stealing opportunity, maybe. Pujols is not going to try to steal. So this is Crone. 3-9 is a strikeout. Yeah, at least it wasn't 3-9 a second time. in a row. It was a 3. Okay, David Freeze. 2-9, another strikeout. Boy, the pitchers are tickling the ump's fancy here tonight. And now Victorino, not a very good card here for the Flying Hawaiian, but Pujols at first with 2 outs. 1-4. Well, he's going to get in scoring position on a walk, so Samardzija loses him. And so it's going to bring up Chris Iannetta with 2 away. Runners at first and second. A single would potentially score Pujols, although running as a 9 runner, he's not the greatest deal. And then off Samardzija, this is going to score the tying run on a 5-7. A 1 or a 2 means it'll get deep enough in the gap that it'll be a double. Otherwise, it will be a single, but it'll be 2 base advance either way. And an RBI for Chris Iannetta as Pujols comes around to score. And it's 1-1. Victorino is going to scoot into third. And now first and third with Johnny Giavotella at the plate. Can he bring in Victorino? 3-10, and he is going to. This is going to be at least a single. A 1 would be a double. It's another 5, but that's a single, and it's going to mean Iannetta moves to third, but Victorino comes in, and the Angels take a 2-1 lead. Bottom of the lineup gets it done. 2 singles with 2 outs, also a walk, and now it'll be Eric Ibar, and Samardzija just wants to get out of this inning. First and third again, 2 outs, 6-9, and there's a strikeout to end it. So 0-2 for Ibar, but 2 runs across for the Angels. And they take a 2-1 lead in the bottom of the second. Into the bottom of the second. So I'm using a headset here because I'm trying to eliminate as much of the chair squeaking as I can. You could probably still hear it there, but I'm hoping that this mic is a little more directional, so hopefully it can pull out a little bit of that annoying squeak. So here's Yolmer Sanchez leading off the bottom of the second. 4-3. That's a fly ball to left. I do have the outfield card right over here. So the left fielder is Shane Victorino. He's a 3. 3-14 is going to be caught. So the former Dodger, then Rule 5 pickup for the Phillies, who then won a World Series with them, and also I think he won at least one with the Red Sox. So he makes the play out there in left, and now Tyler Flowers. 6-11, and that's going to be a grounder to first. Now I'm going to have to turn my card over. So this is Crone, and he's a 4. Not a very good fielder. And a 3. Well, that's going to get by the first baseman down the line. That's going to be a double for Tyler Flowers, as Crone can't reach it. So, runner at second, 1 away. And it brings up Gordon Beckham. And I got my cards offline here. .510 is a fly ball into center field. Camping underneath that's Trout. And the Millville Meteor makes the catch. And Flowers will remain at second. Now 2 down. Adam Eaton, who went yard with his first at bat. Very first at bat for the White Sox in this game. That's a 3-9. And he strikes out. And that ends the inning. So no runs on a hit and 1 left. Going to the third. So, I mentioned Al, Red Sox fan here. Of course, he's got his own channel. If you haven't been checking that out at all, he's got a lot of stuff, a lot of sports sims, PC, cards and dice. Pretty much, you name it, he's probably got it. But try and support we try to support each other as best we can here in the community, and he's out here on a Friday getting in some baseball. Here is Cole Calhoun, top of the third. 5-8. It's going to be a fly ball into left. Cabrera had the day off from left. He was a DH yesterday, but today he's going to make that catch. Here is Mike Trout, struck out in his first appearance. There's a 4-7. He's going to get a single unless it's a 19 or a 20. But it's a 16, so he does reach base. And now we have to decide if we want to try and steal with him or not. I think instead we're going to let Pujols swing away. This is a potential double play candidate, but with one out, let's just 5-8. Now there's a fly ball to left again. That's another one caught by Melky Cabrera. What the heck? Let's send Trout. No, we're not going to send him because they are holding him. We're going to say they're holding him because he's a 1-17 runner. So might try to keep him from advancing another base if he tries. He is pretty speedy. So Crone with 2 outs. 2-10. Well, that's going to be a single unless it's 1 or 2. It's an 11, so that's a single. Trout will get the third. The hold made no difference there. But now they won't be holding runners as it's first and third with 2 outs. And Angels trying to extend this lead. Can David Freese pop one into the gap here? Or you never know. 2-7, that's a strikeout. And Samardzija gets that one, a big out. 2-1, LA on top. White Sox trying to keep it close. See if they can play a little catch-up here in the bottom of the third. Jose Abreu. And a 1-5, that's another strikeout. That is 1, 2, 3. That's his 5th. Santiago struck him out in the first, even though he gave up a homer and a single and a walk. He did strike out the side. Okay, Melky Cabrera. 5-11, grounder right back to Santiago. And he starts jollying his way over to first and then underhands it, and that's 2 away. And now Garcia. 4-8. Yeah, that's a 2-out walk. They won't hold him, and they're not going to send him here. They're going to let LaRoche go ahead and swing away. 1-8, grounder right back to Crone, and he will take it to the bag himself. That's a 1-2-3 inning. Well, no, it isn't. There's a walk in there. My bad. A 1-2 walk 3. How about that? All right, through 3, it's 2-1. Angels looking to unseat the Chicago White Sox as the Kings of the Hill here in the Diamond King tournament. And we're going to the second third of the game. Top of the fourth. Victorino. 6-5. That's a strikeout. On Santiago's card, that would be a homer. But on Samardzija's, it's a strikeout. Chris Iannetta. 5-9. That one is ripped. That one is deep, and it is gone. Home run. Iannetta with a solo home run. And that makes it 3-1 as he takes a round out of one off of the now giant Samardzija. I think he's still a giant. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he still is. But that's 3-1, and now it's going to at least make White Sox manager start pondering whether or not Samardzija is going to go much more than 5 here. And now Javitella. That is the, let's see, 6th hit of the game for the Angels. For 6 is a strikeout. He's getting his strikeouts, but he's also been giving up some hits as well. No walks. That's good, but kind of limiting the damage, but he needs his offense to pick it up here. And now Eric Ibar. The statistician lured him out with some Angels action here. And Atba Bryan, good to see you both today. And now with 2 outs, nobody on, 1 across, and Eric Ibar, it'll be a 1-5 single. He gets the meat of the bat on the ball, and Ibar, they will hold him, and it will be Flowers with a 3, so that's still a 1-11. He's gonna try and take a bag here. They got a lead. Would love to extend it. Needs a 1-11 because he's being held. He's a 1-13, and then you subtract 2 for Flowers' arm. But he gets thrown out. So that's a caught stealing to end the inning. But 1 across. Santiago has been pitching all right. Couple walks, couple 3 hits. Well, we got 5 strikeouts there for him. He's doing all right. You know, it might be the bullpen that you worry about for the Angels here if they can hang on to it, but he's done all right here so far. Alexei Ramirez now, bottom of the 4th. They're behind by 2. 4-3. That fly ball to left again. This is the second one, so this is Victorino. He's a 3 rated. 3-3 is, that's going to be an out. He makes the play. Long run, but he does get there. And Sanchez now. And you can't see that. That's a 4-8. That's a walk. Tyler Flowers with a double last time up. Catcher already got a home run for the Angels. Can he tie it up here with one in this at bat? 2-7 is a single, so that's going to get through Sanchez, a 14 runner. I think we're going to try to get to third here. So he would not be held on, so it's just going to be a 1-14 chance for him to get to third. And he gets there, so no advance by Flowers, though. So first and third with 1 out. Taking a chance there, sending Sanchez. And now Beckham. So they're going to play with the infield back, looking for double play. 2-5. That's a strikeout. That's a horrible strikeout. That comes at an inopportune time for the White Sox and just in time for Santiago. Now they can see their way out. 2 away. Adam Eaton already went deep. Can he do it again here? Or at least get that run home from third? 1-8. That's a grounder to short. He's going to flip it to second, and that's going to get him out. That's a fielder's choice. 6-4. Probably, if it were real life, it probably would just be a U6 because he'd probably be shading over to the bag. But there's no runs there. 1 hit, 2 left on base, and a good opportunity there. Gone by the wayside for I want to say the Southsiders. I think they are, but I don't know if that's actually a term for them or not. Probably is. Sounds right, but just because it sounds right doesn't mean it is right. And it's not Trout. It's going to be Calhoun up because I ran I-bar. He got thrown out. So, okay, Cole Calhoun. 1-8, and he dribbles it down the line, and Abreu will, let's see, what do we call that? 1-8. Call that a B. We'll say he tags the runner out coming up the line. Mike Trout. 3-4 strikes him out. That's 2 strikeouts in the game for Trout. That seems pretty remarkable there. I don't know. Let me see. I mean, he does get 158 in this season, so I guess he does have his share. That's quite a lot. Albert Pujols, 2-9. That's a grounder to short, and that's a 1-2-3 inning. So Samardzija still battling, even though his team is leaving runners in scoring position. Bottom of the 5th, it'll be 3-1. Chicago, not Chicago, LA. Chicago coming to the plate. Let me ask you this. Is the squeaking any better? Or do you guys still hear enough of it to make it a problem? Yeah, there's a ton of strikeouts. Okay, Abreu. Speaking of strikeouts, he's got 2 on the day so far. So even get a third. 4-9. Nah, he's going to actually make contact this time. It's going to end up with Javitella, and he will throw to first. For the out, Santiago doing well here tonight. Melky Cabrera. 2-4, and there's a grounder right to Ibar. I was gonna say Simmons there for a second, but I was in 2016 mode for a bit. Okay, Garcia. 3-5, and there's a single for Garcia. He's 2 for 2 on the day with a walk and 2 singles. I feel like we're going to go 1 for 2 with him if we try stealing again. It's a 1 to 11 chance. They're not going to hold him. Why not? They need runs. LaRoche is probably going to strike out anyway, but you know what? Let's not. Let's let LaRoche hit here. Now watch him get the single 2-star, and it would actually 5-8. Can't see that. 5-8 is a grounder to second. This could get through. Javitella's a 4, so not the greatest of range there for him. And it's an 8. That's the side that's pointing up. So second base, 8. Nah, it's going to be an out. Right as rain. 4-3, it ends the inning. So through 5, it's still the Angels on top, 3-1. Looking to kick out the White Sox and take their throne atop the Diamond King realm. Wah, wah, wah. Feeling good about my Phillies this year. I don't know. Every year there's hope. Let's just say that. Every year there's renewed hope. Everybody starts at the same 0-0. And, with all of the controversy that's happened in the off season, you also kind of think to yourself, maybe there's some kind of an adjustment that will be made from teams, and that it wasn't only Houston that was the problem, and Boston, and whoever else you may have on your list. That maybe there were more, and you just hope maybe your team was the one that wasn't into that stuff. But I think that's a lot of rose-colored glasses there for a guy like me. So here's Crone. That's 411. Came way all the way over here. That's a fly ball to left. Cabrera a 3 and a 5. Is that going to get an out? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's up here. Almost wrote it in the wrong spot. That would have been horrible. David Freese, 1-7. And that's a grounder to Beckham, and the brother of the former soccer star for Manchester. Oh, wait, no, that's different Beckham. Never mind. Shane Victorino. Boom, 6-3. Grounder back to good old Samardzija. And let's see if he can get it. He is rated a 4. Not good. 4 and 3. That will be a single for Victorino. What the hey. Let's send Victorino here just for good old times. They are holding him. It's going to be a 1 to 11 chance here. And he gets caught. Darn it. I'm not rooting for the Angels, but I can root for Victorino to steal a bag for old time's sake. So we're through 5.5 here. 3-1 Angels, and the statistician will not be happy if the White Sox come back here and they lose by a run because I'm running the Angels out of innings. Yeah, and that's the thing with baseball is it doesn't take too long to figure out what your team is. Everybody starts the same, but you know, if you get off to like a 2-20 start or something like that, yeah, you're in trouble. And I may have some news in the next week or so about something regarding that, so we'll see. But so Santiago, we're going to keep him going here. Ramirez is at the plate, bottom of the 6th. That's a 2-8, and he's going to lift it high. He's going to get way underneath it, and it's going to be Ramirez popping out to Eric Ibar, and that'll be the first out. So the other middle infielder for the White Sox. These White Sox are not really getting much together. That's a strikeout. Yes, Santiago, he's going at a strikeout inning here, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, a little better than that. In real life, he was at a he was a little behind that, a little behind 1 in that ratio. So 1-6, and there's another strikeout. Maybe it's because there's lots of strikeouts on these cards that he's having a really good day for that. That's his 8th. 1-2-3 inning, and I think we'll let both of these guys go one more inning. At least let them start. All right, so Ionetta is going to start the top of the 7th. It is 3-1 LA, the AL version of LA. And the White Sox, so Duke and Robertson went in the last game. So they're going to warm up Matt Albers. Just in case Samardzija gets into some trouble here. So Ionetta, he's 2 for 2. Single, homer. Nice game for a guy with a card that should average 188. 1-3, that's going to be a grounder to second, and so down to earth comes the Ionetta train. And I don't know why the Ionetta train would be off the ground so he'd be coming down to earth, but that's for you guys to figure out, I guess. Javatella with 1 down. 3-8. And there's a single. And I think that will spell the end of Samarj's afternoon here. So 6 1/3 innings. He gave up, I'm going to guesstimate 8 hits there. And, you know, giving up 3 runs, he's on the hook for a 4th possibly. But, you know, on another day, that may be good enough to win this game. But on this one, he's going to need some help from his bullpen and maybe his offense in order to, not maybe, the offense does need to kick in here. So Albers, so Samarja 6 1/3, and so Giabatella being left to his own devices at first base there. He's not a very good stealer. With 1 out, you know what? They're going to go ahead and hit and run with Ibar here just for giggles. And there's that 7, so that's the batter misses pitch, the runner has to go. So that's going to be, he's an E, so that's pretty bad. 1-7, not being held, so it's just a straight up 1-7, 35% chance. And he is left high and dry by Mr. Ibar not making any contact, caught stealing, and so that's 2 outs. $111, that's a single. You're going to hold Ibar. Calhoun has some power. Let's see if he can get one off of his card here. 2 down. 5-10, grounded to third base. It's going to be Beckham. He's a 2 rated third baseman. 2-8 is going to be the play made to retire the side. So no runs, 2 hits. A hit and run gone bad. They may let Albers pitch the 8th as well. We'll see here. Statistician had enough years of watching Ionetta. Let's see. They're going to warm up Salas here. Let Santiago at least get maybe 2 batters in here. We don't want him to go too long. Bottom of the 7th, 3-1. Angels over the White Sox right now, and it's going to be Beckham leading off. 1-5, and that's going to be a single unless it's 1-3. And it is. It's a leadoff single for Beckham. And we're going to go ahead and let Adam Eaton go against Santiago. This may be Santiago's last guy. Let's see here. 5-6 is, that's a strikeout. So and with Abreu coming up, they're going to go ahead and get out the hook. So Santiago with 6 1/3, just like his counterpart from the White Sox. And they're going to bring in Fernando Salas. To face Abreu. So, see if they can get this, then they would go with Alvarez probably in the 8th, and then Houston Street in the 9th. So Jose Abreu, runner at first, 1 out. Beckham not a good runner at all. 1-7, that's a strikeout. And now Melky Cabrera. Let's see. Could run with Trace Thompson here, but we're going to hold on to that thought. Here's Cabrera. 2 outs, runner at first. 1-7. Oh, it just misses. That one column is the one, but it's a grounder to short, and we will call that a U6 and a fielder's choice, and that's going to retire the White Sox. 1 hit, 1 left. Still 3-1. And LA will warm up Alvarez. White Sox, they will get Dan Jennings warming up. Okay, Trout. 5-4. It's a grounder to short. Ramirez, a 3. 3 and a 19 is going to be roll it again. Roll with it, baby. Oh, yeah, I said. Yeah, I don't think that's the right lyric exactly, but that is an out. Roll with it, baby. Okay, Pujols with 1 down. He is 1 for 3. 4-8. It's a 1-10 single chance. And it's right on the line. That's going to be a single. Just gets under the glove. And now Crone. 5-6 is a strikeout. Hold on a moment. Okay, so 2 outs. And it's going to be Freeze. Trying to extend their lead here. It's not a real safe one yet. Can Freeze put a little bit of distance here? 6-3, fly ball to right. So it's going to be Garcia, who's a 3. 3 and 14. Does that equal an out? It does, and that will be it for the Angels in top of the 8th. No runs, 1 hit. We're going to go to the bottom of the inning. 3-1. Angels will call on Alvarez to be the bridge guy here. Salas with a good 2/3 of an inning. Okay, so be Garcia to lead off here. 2-3. That's a grounder to shortstop. So Ibar throws to first, and Crone makes the play. Gets the put out, and now it'll be LaRoche. One-eight. He hits that sharply, but right at Crone, and he will have no problems handling that. Not the best defensive first baseman, but does just enough to get that done. And now Alexei Ramirez, White Sox struggling here. They need runners. And if he gets a 2 on the D20 here, they will get a base runner with a single. Oh, and they do. There's a 1. So how about that? And let's see, what do we got here? We've got... They're going to go ahead and pinch hit here with... are they? They're going to let Sanchez hit. I was going to pinch hit with Soto here, just trying to find someone to... Could steal with Ramirez, but they're going to hold him, so we have to keep that in mind. If we get a plus-plus, that will be a single. 410. That's a fly ball to center field, and underneath it'll be Trout. He'll make the catch. We're through 8, and the Angels are close, very close, to becoming kings of the hill here in this, as my sheet and everything keep moving. I'm sorry about that, guys. As things move, I don't always look at the screen. All right, so it'll be the 9th inning, last chance saloon for the White Sox. But first it'll be the Angels, and Dan Jennings will come out to be a little bit of mop-up duty here, try to keep this close. So it'll be Jennings. Facing Victorino, be the bottom of the lineup. .311, that's a grounder to the shortstop Ramirez. Takes a couple of steps, puts the arm into it, and just beats Victorino, who is starting to lose a step here in this 2015 season. Here is Iannetta. A little bit of a step, not much, just enough. There's another 311. Yeah, another 311. We just re-rolled that. That's a walk. He's been on base 3 times, so a good game here. If he could be the MVP of this one. You never know. So it'll be Javatella with a runner at first. 5-10. Shortstop grounder. Ramirez a 3. 3-9. That is an out 3. That is a double play ball, and that will end the inning. So 6-4-3. And that retires the Angels, so it's going to be up to Houston Street here. (3-1). They need 2 runs to take it to extras. They need 3 to send the fans home happy with immediate gratification. And be full knowing then that they were on this winning streak that could potentially lead them to glory, but there's some work left to do here. It's going to be Street trying to get the save. They're going to pinch hit for Flowers with Soto. He's a little bit better with the bat. Love to get somebody on base here. 4-5. That's a strikeout. Now Beckham, they're going to go ahead and pull another pinch hitter out here. It's going to be Trace Thompson. So Beckham's day will be done. So 1 out. Street looking to close this out. 3-2, and that's a fly ball. Flying into right field. Calhoun has to hoof it to get there, but he makes the play. And the crowd at what used to be known as the new Comiskey is starting to see the writing on the wall here. It's going to be Adam Eaton with 2 outs. Can Street pull this off? 1 more out. Or does Eaton get on base and bring this to a real tight situation? That's a 5-7. That's a fly ball to right, and again, that will be Calhoun making the play. And that is all she wrote here in the Windy City, as Los Angeles will take the King back out west as they defeat Chicago 3-1. Santiago will get the win. The loss goes to Samardzija, and Street will earn a save as he put them down 1-2-3 in the 9th, preserve that 2-run lead. And Ionetta 2 for 3 with a homer, and 2 runs batted in. We can probably give him the player of the game. You could also have Pujols in there. He went 2 for 4. But yeah, I think the Ionetta train that is supposedly just a caboose, well, rode the rails to back to Anaheim and the big halo there, and they'll be playing some baseball out there in the next edition of the Tenacious Diamond King project. So thanks everybody for watching. If you could hit like if this was a video you enjoyed taking part in. Got some more things in the works in my head. I don't know when those will come to fruition, but stay tuned for that. Might have another golf tournament coming up here in the next couple days. Depends on how crazy things are this weekend. But thank you, @Bachatter. Thank you, Al. Thank you, Statistician. I know that anytime we get your Angels on here, you're pretty happy about that, and they didn't disappoint this game. So yeah, 2015. This set. The White Sox were interesting. They're playing every time I've been getting teams. I got the Rockies. I had the Tigers. Or anytime I get the teams that were in that first project of mine, that's been special. But okay, I'm going to shut it off here. So please like, subscribe, share, whatever you want to do. Go to the next video. That works too. So appreciate all of you who support our channel. And until next time, this is Tenacious Earl. Keep checking out my partner in crime, Tabletop Earl, his project. He's got a tournament going on as well. So hope you guys are enjoying the content we're getting out here leading up to the 2020 Major League Baseball season. And we'll keep doing that for you here on Tabletop Baseball Plus. Have a good day.